Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to Midday News on Global Television. We're live in the nation's capital, Abuja. I'm Wiyag Mofwegwe. Vice President Kashif Shettima has officially launched a 15 billion naira Center of Excellence complex funded by the Central Bank of Nigeria at Bayero University in Kano. The structure comprises 109 rooms equipped with cutting-edge amenity, departmental blocks, and a dedicated plenary section. The Vice President, in his address during the ceremony, mentioned that the Central Bank of Nigeria undertook the construction of the center to alleviate accommodation issues at the university's new location on Gwaza Road in Kano. He emphasized the federal government's dedication to driving comprehensive sector development in the country by prioritizing the delivery of quality education. Minister of Marine and Blue Economy Adegboyega Oyetola has said that the government will put in place sanctions for vessels that contravene sulfur regulations. Oyetola made the remark at the ceremony of the largest container vessel tagged CMA-CGM Scandola powered with liquefied natural gas at the Lekki port in Lagos. Oyetola, represented by the Managing Director of the Nigerian Ports Authority (NPA), Mohammed Bello Koko, said the government would procure the needed tools to enhance the capacity of the authority for sulfur analysis. The Nigerian Army says its troops have rescued 32 kidnapped victims during a search and rescue operation in Katsina State. The information officer of Operation Hadirin Daji, Yahaya Ibrahim, in a statement today, disclosed that the troops also killed 2 suspected terrorists during the operation. Ibrahim stated that the troops engaged the terrorists in a gun duel, which led to the death of 2 suspected terrorists while others fled with injuries. He added that the rescued kidnapped victims, including 19 male adults, 12 female adults, and 4 children, were handed over to the Katsina State government by the Commander, Brigadier General O.A. Fadairo. Similarly, the air component of Operation Well Punch has killed 30 terrorists on motorcycles in the burning Gwari local government area of Kaduna State. This was as security operatives in Katsina State on Sunday rescued 35 kidnapped victims inside Domboro Forest. The Kaduna airstrikes were ordered following an intelligence report which disclosed the movement of the terrorists in the area. A statement by the Director of Public Relations and Information, Air Vice Marshal Edward Gaboit, said the eliminated terrorists were responsible for the ambush of troops at Kwanan Muchua recently, as well as several attacks and abduction of innocent civilians in the local government area. The Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC, has arrested no fewer than 4,907 persons for 6,339 traffic offenses during the just concluded Operation Zero Tolerance in the Federal Capital Territory. Sector Commander Muchua Chori stated this today in Abuja, stressing that the Corps had provided radar guns and other operational logistics to enhance its efficiency and effectiveness in 2024. Chori said that the command would also embark on intensive sensitization in churches, mosques, and schools, which he believes had a larger population. The Supreme Court has reserved judgment in the appeal by the All Progressives Congress (APC) and its Adamawa State governorship candidate Aisha Dahiru, also known as Binani, against the state governor Amadu Fintri. The State Election Petition Tribunal and the Court of Appeal had dismissed Binani's petition challenging the victory of Fintri in the governorship election. A 5-member panel led by John Okoro at the Apex Court yesterday adjourned the matter for judgment after listening to the arguments of parties involved in the matter. You're watching Midday News, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on Star Times, channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms using at Global TVNG and other handles now showing on your screen. When Midday News returns, Lekki Deep Sea Port receives first LNG-powered vessel. The news continues shortly with details of these and more stories for you right after this break. To stay with us. This is Global Television, bringing you live broadcast of the media news with Agumofwebe. Thank you for staying with us. Let's take a look at the foreign scene now, where authorities in Colombia have seized 130 poisonous frogs being trafficked through the Bogota airport and arrested the Brazilian woman carrying them. The woman was transporting the colorful harlequin poison frogs inside film containers while traveling to Sao Paulo with a stopover in Panama. Harlequin frogs are venomous, measure less than 5 centimeters, equivalent to 2 inches, and live in damp forest along the Pacific coast between Ecuador and Colombia, as well as in other countries in Central and South America. The police reported that a woman carrying the frogs was arrested for, quotes, the crime of wildlife trafficking, and before being handed over to the prosecutor's office. Former Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan has been sentenced to 10 years of jail, a state media and a spokesman for his party said in a controversial case related to documents. The sentence, handed down following a trial held inside the jail where Khan has been detained for much of the time since his arrest in August, comes as the country heads to the polls on February 8. The case centers around how the pair handled a so-called cipher sent by Pakistan's ambassador to the United States that alleged Washington was complicit in a plot to turf Khan from office in 2022. A British Nigerian minister, MPK Tusamo, has been suspended by the United Kingdom's Labour Party after she accused Israel of genocide on the eve of Holocaust Memorial Day. Osamo, however, has apologized for any offense caused over the message distributed to local party members on Friday. The chief whip suspended her from the parliamentary party while an investigation was instituted into the matter, as Jewish groups have criticized the remarks. In the meantime, Holocaust Educational Trust described her remarks as a painful insult to survivors of the Holocaust. Elsewhere, the White House yesterday vowed a very consequential response to a drone attack on a base in Jordan that killed 3 American troops, with President Joe Biden blaming Iran-backed militants. The casualties, the first U.S. military deaths in an attack in the region since the Israel-Hamas war began, raised fears of an escalating conflict as fighting rages in Gaza. Iran said it had nothing to do with the attack and denied U.S. accusations that it supported militant groups responsible for the Sunday strike on the remote frontier base in Jordan's northeast near the borders with Iraq and Syria.
I want to point out that we had a tough day last night in the Middle East. We lost 3 brave souls in an attack on one of our bases. And I've asked for a moment of silence for all 3 of those fallen soldiers. And we shall respond.
There has so far been no claim of responsibility for the strike, although on Sunday, the Islamic Resistance in Iraq claimed to have launched 3 drone attacks at bases in Syria, including near the Jordanian border. Let's run through business quickly. Naira has fallen against the United States dollar at both the authorized and unauthorized markets on Monday, as according to data published by FMDQ and parallel market traders. According to the data, the domestic currency closed at 1,348 Naira to the dollar at the official window yesterday. The rate represents a 528.1 or 51.1% depreciation from the 891.90 rate recorded in the previous session last Friday. The Naira experienced an intraday high of 701 Naira 0 kobo and a low of 1,414 Naira 94 kobo before it finally closed at 1,348 Naira on Monday amidst soaring demand for the greenback. Within the business period, $64.3 million was recorded as foreign exchange turnover at the official market. Lekki Deep Sea Port has welcomed the CMA CGM Scandola, marking the historic arrival of the first LNG-powered container vessel to sail to West Africa. The CMA CGM Scandola, boasting 14,812 TEUs, has an impressive length overall of 36.6 meters and a width of 51 meters, establishing itself as Nigeria's largest container vessel to dock, as reported by the Nigerian Port Authority's official X handle. The Nigerian Port Authority's management, led by Mohammed Bello Koko, the managing director of the authority, along with Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State and other industry leaders, witnessed this momentous birthing. The NPA's boss, sharing on his official X handle, highlighted that the CMA Scandola's LNG-powered arrival aligns with the authority's commitment to promoting energy efficiency. Consumers in December 2023 experienced a spike in the average retail price of kerosene, reaching 1,362 naira 27 kobo per litre nationwide. The latest report of the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics (NBS) that came out today indicates on a year-on-year basis the surge amounted to a 23.33%, climbing from 1,104 naira 60 kobo in December 2022. An in-depth state analysis unveiled a disparity in prices across the nation. The National Bureau of Statistics notes that Abuja led the pack with the highest average price per litre at 1,650 naira, closely trailed by Ogun State at 1,609 naira 52 kobo and Benue at 1,594 naira 44 kobo. And that's a wrap on the midday news, and it came to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on Star Times, channel 276. Kindly find us across all social media platforms using our Global TV NG and other handles as you now see on your screen. And we are Mofwebe saying thank you on behalf of the team here at Global Television for watching. We'll see you soon.